It's day 7, 365 days of printing on vintage hardware. And some of y'all have asked about seeing some vintage prints. So let me introduce this printer and then we'll get to that. The Ultimaker original came out in 2011, didn't gain the name original until later. In 2012, the screen came out, and this one should be a 2013 based on the electronics it had. The 1.5.7 board didn't come out until the end of 2012. Some of the differences you'll notice over the newer Plus is we have a 12mm lead screw instead of 8. We have the unheated bed, and the extruder is just a little bit different. You can actually see the exposed plywood gear running on this one. We also have a plastic folded fan duct, but it's all pretty much the same from there. We have the peak isolated HUD, and we talked about it doesn't need a cooling fan. This is a 1.75mm version I got from Robot Dig in China, and then we also have the 3mm. This is running Klipper, and instead of printing on blue tape, I opted to use a Creality polycarbonate sheet. And because we have that sheet, and we're running Klipper, the second hot end slot has an inductive probe in it, which lets us do things like bed meshing. So this is the one that finished on the 2014 the other day. You can see the layers there, and look at the bottom layer. Nice and shiny from that glass bed. Yesterday we failed this print on the Cupcake. I believe the stepper driver overheated. We have a couple of small layer shifts here, and then we had a big layer shift. On the Mark IV Cupcake, we were printing one of these Voron cubes, and you can see a little bit of a layer variance there. I've printed that on the Mark V Cupcake as well, and depending on the angle, you can still see some, but it looks a lot cleaner. And then we also had the print that we did on the PrinterBot Plus, which had a loose X belt at the time. Not that it prints that wonderfully. So I do want to get into some of the problems and solutions that we run into. I do want to show you the finished prints. What's funny is originally I was just planning on posting daily pictures of prints. I wasn't planning on doing videos, and then I realized TikTok and YouTube Shorts would do better with videos. So once we get all these printers introduced, there's various mess around here. Then I want to get into some more of that content. I'm trying to keep these things under 3 minutes. I'm shooting this in my dining room, which is a disaster because of all this junk that I own. And I have to do things like ask my family to be a little bit quieter while I'm recording this stuff. None of this was really planned. I'm not currently scripting it, but we're going to try to evolve it and get it better. And I appreciate all the feedback. Just keep letting me know what you want to see, and I will try to make this better. You know, we're going to have a lot of days to fill. We're only going to have maybe 3 weeks of printer introductions, and then we have to get on to something else.